Okay, I just want to do a quick daily recap here. It's 11:03 on a Friday. We're very overextended at this point, so I highly doubt that I'll see something um, good enough where I'll want to enter. So I'm making this now preemptively, just assuming that, yeah, I'm not going to find a setup. So um, let's just quickly go to the daily here. Again, like the daily provides nothing of value for us really. We're just in a range, and we've been in this range since, essentially October now. So I'm hoping we break out soon, but we are just in this range, this tight range. And so yeah, the daily really doesn't provide much. Um, you go to the 4 hour. Now the 4 hour provided a little bit more to me. Before market open, we had this unfilled 4 hour, so that was a target. That was one of my targets to the upside. I also was just looking at this trend upwards, and there's not many things to come back for. Like on the 4 hour, there's really just this tiny little gap here that we already filled, so the 4 hour has nothing of value for us to retrace towards. Could we have swept these lows? Sure, but again, it helps to have like a fair value gap unfilled underneath these lows to really make it like respect the fact that we need to sweep these lows. Instead, you could see because we didn't have anything to really retrace back to, we just left these lows. The 1 hour did, however, have a 1 hour unfilled fair value gap, so I was open to the idea of shorts had we respected, because we were currently respecting a hourly fair value gap as well. I didn't like how we didn't sweep any liquidity above, so what I was looking for was I was looking to maybe catch a 5 minute, um, hoping to catch maybe a 5 minute continuation towards this hourly unfilled if we were going to be short. Um, as you can see, though, we just chopped around and didn't do anything. We were inside of a 15-minute fair value gap as well, bearish. So, and we had equal lows. So I was willing to definitely take a short um, had the opportunity presented itself, even though we didn't sweep these highs. But because we didn't sweep these highs, I really wanted to see some continuation. Like, give me a reason. Like, and what ended up happening was ES actually had an SMT here at this low, which provided us with also, if you go to the hourly, a sweep of this low, which we didn't get on NQ. So that's kind of where the pump is originating from, in my opinion. But yeah, so quickly flip my bias though. Obviously, once I saw us pumping, um, with the way this candle closed on the hourly, I wasn't expecting us to reject. I was expecting us to push higher, and we did, especially with these equal highs above. We had previous daily high untouched as well. I've since taken that off the chart, but that was untouched, and it was a target somewhere around this area. And then, from there, I was just looking for a continuation trade to the upside, but I mean, you can see the 15-minute. The 15-minute didn't pull back to any fair value gap. And uh, the 5 minute did not either. The one 5 minute fair value gap it pulled back into was this. And this was a solid entry, okay? But the one thing I didn't like about this that kept me out of the trade, and it actually saved me from getting stop rated, because if you go to the 1 minute, you'll see the inversion here. So like in a perfect world, I'm entering here, I guess a perfect world, I have my stop low enough where I don't get stop rated. But at the end of the day, it would have been more like that probably. Would have been targeting a little bit over just a 1-to-1, but a little bit above the Asian session high here. I guess, I could have targeted London high, right? I don't think that would have been a crazy ask for us to hit that, and we did. But I'll go over the reason I did not take this trade, okay? I really have gotten bit a lot when it comes to entering off of a 5 minute fair value gap when we have a 15-minute fair value gap unfilled underneath. If my stop is right above a 15-minute unfilled fair value gap, I don't like my stop. And that was the case here. So I didn't enter because for that reason. And as you can see, we didn't even retrace to the 15-minute, but we did end up stopping me out. if I was in this trade, I would have been stopped out because my stop would have been at the low. We got stop rated and then it pumps. So that would have sucked on a Friday, especially on a green week. So I'm happy that, my rules, my logic kept me out of this one. And that was really the only setup, because then you go to the 5 minute, you'll see we did not retrace back into another 5 minute. There was this here, but if you look at the 1 minute, there's clearly no inversion fair value gap available, or there's no fair value gap to inverse. And that's really that. So at this point, we're very overextended. Like, I would obviously love us to just form a new 15 minute here and tap into that and go for, this high, this next high. And it's possible, but you got to appreciate how overextended we are on a Friday. I don't know. Like, it's lower probabilities. The further we go higher without, a proper retracement, the less probable the trade is. And then you also have to couple that with the fact that it is a Friday and it's late in a Friday morning session. It's not ideal trading conditions. So, I would have to see something real perfect to say, yep, I'm going to get in this, potentially, and break even on the week. It's just like, yeah, I'm done trading today. And that was the daily recap there. So